Okay. Now I am going to read some more article. I just have to record 5 videos in a day. So in order to record last video of the day, I'm just going to record. I'm just going to record what I'm just going to read out more article of the day. That's all. That's all the concept of recording this video. Shall I read out? Just as you can say that Hacker news page is absolutely open. Now I'm going to read out the three ways of the more article on this page. The three underpinning DevOps. The three ways, the principle of underpinning DevOps. In this blog post, I'm talking about three ways to which the principle that all the DevOps pattern can be derived from with the using of the DevOps handbook and the Phoenix. Three ways. The first two, the fluent system training. Second, we're amplifying feedback loops. The third, culture and continued experimentation and learning. The first flow system thinking. The first flow emphasizes the performance the entire system as opposed to the performance the specific silo of the workers department that can be large division development and IT operation on a smaller individual contributor developer system administrator. The focus of all business value system that are enabled by IT, in other words, it begin when the requirement identified. Example, the business of IT build and development, and then transition IT operation where the value can be delivered in the customer as a form of services outcome. The second way, amplify feedback loop. The second way is about creating the right to left feedback loop. The goal is almost a process improvement initiative to shorten and amplify feedback loop so the necessary correction can be continually made. The outcome of the second way include understanding and repose, responding to customer internal and external sorting, and amplifying the fault feedback loop, embedding knowledge where need. The third way, culture and continued experimentation and learning. Third way is about creating a culture that fosters two things: continual experimentation, taking risk and learning from the failures, understanding that repetition is a practice of prerequisite to mastery. We need both of these equally. Experimentation of taking risk are the what ensure what we keep using to improve, even if it means going deeper into the danger zone with our goal. And we need mastery of the skill that help us to retreat out of danger zone with what we have gone so far. The outcome of the third way include allocating time for improvement daily work, creating rituals reward the team of taking risk, and introducing fault into the system of increase resilience. Okay, the three ways of principle of underpinning DevOps. Now it's going to read over the third. Three ways of the principle are, as I already covered the next years. Just why? It's a nice title used by the creator. I don't want this to be just a rant. I really want what out of all the framework I worked with Lucia. Next year has been consistently infuriating to work with, and it hasn't improved in month in Lucia or dot handle request. A method to create a new auth request instance which include method auth request validate this check if the request is coming from a trusted origin. CSR document validate the session cookie and set a new cookie if required. This is optional. At minimum, this require the request URL, host request method, or request header. This shouldn't be an issue. Most of the all JS framework express provide you with the some request object and useful for request and incoming message. Next year 12 is a page router where fine you can increase incoming message and outgoing message inside get server side project, which allow you to run some code in a server before a service. Next year 13, the ping production rate is joke. Next year introduce new router, the app router. The component inside the React server component default always run on server X. Everything is rendered on the server and gets sent to the client as a pure HTML. If you ever used Remix, okay, and Astro is a similar to loaded pattern. If you use Express like libraries, is just app.get handler. Expected to be request inconsistent APIs. Requires arbitrary limitation. Just wow. All these little issues are just make supporting next year as a library that author frustrating as best, the near impossible at first, the slow boot of completion time and buggy dev server just making the next year's general enjoy not enjoyable. Caching is whole another issue I don't didn't touch too. I don't want to assume anything malicious on next year's virtual and but the way and seems to be outright ignore issues of setting cookie inside PTI. The dev real is pretty good at responding on GitHub on Twitter, but they haven't responded to any tweet and GitHub issue on the matter. And even the CEO reached out to me to ask if there were anything that could be improved, and I mentioned the cookie issue or no response. I even tweeted out them time like I don't expect changes especially immediately, but some kind of acknowledgement would be nice. Like I get it, I shouldn't expect it. Okay, ठीक है Tata. Next year, artificial intelligence is ineffective and potentially harmful for fact checking. Reduce tensor LLM for accelerating LLM template search. What new MX are any words of the same of all language. I rode with an ice cream wrote a tick circle. Fascinating fact about the Arabic language. We built an AI powered magic with gathering card generator, my speed cubing page. Unpacking election. You aren't lazy, exploring a lack of motivation. You aren't a lazy. What it want to say through this? Laziness is not helpful descriptor of difficulties we experience getting started. Perfectionism, loneliness, low mood, fatigue, and low energy often play a part. Understanding what keeping you from doing things is the key of being able to address the problem. Laziness is what tosques around quite a bit. Why didn't you never cut down lazy? They are lazy. Why are coral gas a mess? They are lazy. Is lazy. Why haven't you finished your team paper yet? You are lazy. Okay, wait. What does it mean lazy? No wanting to wear something you or never didn't want no loan because they win all. Are you lazy? If this girl hasn't cleaned his car because he working two jobs using a sort of no yet there are excuses for everything and indeed we all the time not filled up doing things or maybe don't. For those who chronologically struggle, however, their challenge is usually deeper than laziness. Here are some of the crutches or poses of laziness what you can do about them. Low mood, don't feel like maybe you don't feel like too much of anything. If you find it difficult to enjoy even the good thing, if you it can't be difficult to do so. What can't you do? If your low mood had been offering lasting lost motivation sense of direction, what can you do? Where you headed? What values have been essential for like to feel meaningful? It's very well to lose sight of these things at a time. This may be good time to reach outside yourself. Talking to a friend, mentor, teacher, spiritual leader, or therapist can help you remember what matter to you. Journaling what matter to you, writing about what legacy you hope to live and job doing things are enjoyed. You are a anger also. You are perfectionist. One of the best way to put brakes on finishing something is that perfectionism. The yeah, I was perfectionist and that's why I was not able to create video till now. From 2000 I was study thinking 2000 starting of 2017. What now in the August of 2000 December of 2022 I started but not focused that much after that. Now I focused on August 2003. All the reason is that I'm not for perfectionist. I just want everything to be perfect. But perfect doesn't occur, bro. It occur with the change of time. As you get experience, it occur. Yeah, it's a correct sentence. Perfectionism create fear. That is quite demoralizing, making it tough to bounce back from imperfectness, fueling perfectionism in giving up. What can you do? Notice your critical voice. Have a companion for the difficulty you are experiencing. Practicing to use a kind voice. Moving toward companion self-talk. Will you have beating yourself? And perceived mistakes take time. You have always tend to be notice a little mistake. Still, compassionate self-talk can take away you paralyzing nature. You are struggling with executive functioning. What can you do? You are lonely. What can you do? Have you even isolating? You are the old friend and family you haven't reached out to you. You are often placed. Start reconnecting with old friend can be help you rebuild your social network. Maybe a first step to reach doctor. There are several physical causes of fluency like illness, communication. Okay, that's a good article I read in recent time or the physical health and all that stuff. My speed queuing page header upcoming lecture. How many minutes has been passed in this? Around 10 minutes has completed in this video already. 5 minutes has to cover. Python wheel creation utility. Chicago 1 point. I already covered this. Large language model optimizer. My favorite. Wrong program. Chicago parking meter disaster. Chicago parking meter. Distribution build compiled Node.js and add in the Rust. Boss of a failed crypto exchange gets SQL Azure new catalyst decreases the energy of required to split hydrogen gas from water. The absence of data privacy. My Node.js is with trustee. NASA finally admit that what everyone already know SSL is unaffordable. SLS is not. Result of technical investigation. Retool AI access from NASA oxygen generating experiment Moxie complete Mars motion. London street trees. When URL persist disagree. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. What does it mean? Wow. Why they are using some crazy title for their article? Is an grammatical correct sentence in English. Is often presented in example homophones can be used to create complicated linguistic constructor through legacy ambiguity has been a discussed literature. Is it correct sentence? Usage. Have we pointed that there is nothing special about eight buffaloes and sentence consisting only of buffalo repeated any number of times grammatically correct. The shortest of buffalo which can be taken as a verbal imperative instruction to bully someone. Removed. Origin. It's been constructed grammatically correct sentence correct. Okay. It's the fifth video of the day. Already covered fourth video of around 15 minutes. That's a whole lots of work. Now I have to do programming after that. For around 4 hour already 3 hour had been done. Then after reasoning on math question I have to solve. Lots of work, bro. I keep doing that because I love to do this type of great video. I love to improve my speaking English, writing skill, all this thing. Animation from first principle. Oh, that's an interesting topic. Create animation from first principle, morph between different framework Python. From where? With Python in 5 minutes. Import Pygame. Creating a canvas to draw. Drawing a circle. You can. The code generated circle is the following. Animating the drawing with circle. Okay, you can do. I know that. Simple change we can do animation. Morphing between two figure. Running the program should look like a creating a video. Not that much. I already know more than that. I thought there could be something principle about Linux network performance parameters. I think 15 minutes has completed in this video. No, it's not. Around half minute is already left. First female header join exclusive club. Assume liability of legal copyright risk of copilot. Canadian Freedom Convoy trucker go on trial. Code system can emerge a month after infection. Every software project is a startup that will probably fail. Someone keep trying to reset my Facebook password. Someone keeps trying to reset Wi-Fi. So, 15 increase cloud cost in 2004. 24. Carbon is ocean of altering microfabric. I think that's it for the video. We'll see you next time.